Okay, so Chris Norland, also here on YouTube and various other places. Go look him up. He's awesome, right? I'll link him down below in the description box. Was just talking about how Trump and Musk and the current American government is kind of being run like a mafia, but specifically a mafia that sort of operates like a fraternity, like a frat house mafia style organization thing. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's why it's so stupid. I mean, they're not even hiring the person who's best for the job and then like blackmailing them into doing it the way that they want to do it. They're just hiring their mates. They're just hiring those who went through the hazing process, right? Fraternities or sororities, just, you know, when you're that age and stuff in high school and college and stuff like that, and you create those kinds of cliques, obviously you are just surrounded by those that appeal to and conform to whatever that clique and group, sorority, fraternity, whatever their morals, ethics, or lack of morals and ethics are. And I'm like, that's why it's so stupid, because it's like, well, they're operating it like this sort of mafia style takeover, bullying, blackmailing kind of dealio, but at the same time, like, they're just stupid about it because they're just hiring the worst. They've got the worst possible team around them, like a mob, right? So unfortunately, it's just really highlighting, which I don't think they intend to, it's really highlighting the fact that did you just like, did you reach a point where you stopped aging? You know, like psychologically, that happens to a lot of people, right? They experience some kind of trauma, or they have some kind of upbringing, or some kind of conditioning, or they've been taught some kind of way of being or something, that they just reach a certain age and they stop growing. Like, they don't grow past mentally and emotionally past the age of 16 or 18 or 20 or something like that. Maybe even younger than that. And separating, for example, Elon Musk's neurodivergence, you know, which obviously is going to have play some kind of part and stuff, but it still amounts to the same, where it's like, you're like a bunch of teenagers. You've got the heart and mind and processes of a young person who has not learned how to regulate their emotions, who has not learned how to process information and trauma and like feeling attacked. They haven't learned how to process any of these things, which means they respond the way that they do. They want the things that they do. They think the world should be a certain way, the way that they do. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, Bugsy Malone, or if you are here loving Red Letter Media, one of my Red Letter Media subscribers, then it's like Hawk Jones, sort of. You know, you have those, all the kids are playing the adults in the sort of 50s style, is it 50s style mob thingy or whatever? And the boys are all dressed in their suits and stuff, and the girls have got like the curly bob hair with feathers in it and stuff, and the glittery dresses, and it's literally children acting as adults. Do you know what I mean? But it's like they've just hit a point somewhere in their formative pubescent teenage years and just stopped evolving. But because of how they were born, or who they were born to, or just the kind of money that they were born into, all of these kinds of things, they're in a position now of power, influence, and some levels of control. That means that it's going to affect everyone else. I mean, that's literally who is in charge of the country now, is little Bugsy Malone, Hawk Jones, mob style bosses, teenagers. They're my hearts and minds of pubescent, struggling teenagers who never evolved past that point, and then simultaneously destroying everything at the same time. Obviously, because they didn't grow up. Trump is a 70-something year old, 78, 79, whatever he is, 70-something year old, 14-year-old. Musk is a, what is he, 50 whatever year old, 12-year-old.